$60, and I just wanted to do a quick video on a recent gear purchase that I made. I've been on the hunt for some new trekking poles for the past several months, and I finally found a pair that I really liked. I went to REI to check out their selection and walked out with Black Diamond Trail Ergo Corks. I really wanted to set with some cork handles on them and something a little thicker than the ones I've been using. The only thing about these were they were $129.99, which was a little under $140 with tax. I did make the purchase, but then I went home and found them online at sunnysports.com for $92. So I returned them to REI and got a great deal on these things. They're amazing. So I just started using trekking poles for about the past 5 years. I was going to Red River Gorge, and on a whim I decided to buy a pair at Walmart for $16. Not sure the name. I think everybody's owned a pair of Walmart trekking poles. The things worked great for years. The only problem was I pretty much broke one in two. I don't know how I did it, but I guess you get what you pay for. So the second pair of trekking poles I bought were from Bass Pro Shops. They were these Ascend Lone Pines. I sound like a woodpecker. Huh. They're carbon fiber. They were 7 ounces. Very lightweight. Handle-wise, they're not too bad. I just was having major issues with them. They kept collapsing on me. I'd have the thing up, dig it in somewhere, and the thing just went down, and I ended up wiping out. I think the final straw was a trip to Carter Caves. We did an overnight backpacking trip there in February. It was slippery out. There were leaves on rocks, lots of mud, and I stepped on a rock and started sliding and dug this into the ground to try to catch myself, and it just collapsed on me and I wiped out. And I had enough of these things. So I went out looking for some different ones, and I thought I just want something more durable. These never felt real sturdy in the first place, but I mean, they're incredibly lightweight. They're only 7 ounces, but handle isn't all that great. Again, I think you get what you pay for. These were $80. Not a bad deal, but I just wanted something better. All right, let me go over a few features of this trekking pole that really kind of sold me on them. The first one is the cork handle. It's very nice in wet conditions, and when your hands are pretty sweaty, it just absorbs the moisture off them a little better. These the straps are pretty nice too. Really like this. The top of the trekking pole, the handle on there feels real nice. It's soft. I used to get blisters on my old ones, so this has been a really nice improvement for me. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is the shaft. It's much more durable than the carbon fiber ones. They are made of aluminum, and they are 9 ounces. My carbon fibers were 7 ounces. But I always felt like I was going to snap the thing in two. I haven't had that feeling from these, but I mean, I've been through some pretty rough terrain with these, and they've held up really nicely. All right, probably the most important feature for these trekking poles that I like is when I lock these in place, they actually stay locked. The carbon fiber ones I had, I would dig in, and they would basically collapse on me, and I'd wipe out so many times. I had so many falls the past year that it just drove me crazy, so I had to get some new ones, and that was basically the final straw, and that's what led me to buying aluminum ones. I also have to give a shout out to the customer service department at Black Diamond for sending me a couple new carbide tips. I bent mine at Great Smoky Mountains. We're doing a creek crossing at Abrams Creek, and didn't ask any questions. They just sent them to me, and I had them about 3 or 4 days. So great customer service. All right, so trekking poles are one of my favorite pieces of gear. There's so many benefits to them. It allows me to climb up hills much easier. I can go down hills much easier. It puts a lot less pressure on my knees, and also it just makes me move faster. I just got a really strong pace, and I'm not moving like a turtle. All right, so that's my take on trekking poles. I'm a huge fan of these things, especially now. I tore my meniscus last Thanksgiving. I opted outside. Instead of going shopping, I went on a hike in a local park and did a number on my meniscus. So I have knee injuries now. I'm trying to rehab that thing. I have relied on these things so much since my injury, and they've helped me out a lot. So I'm back into hiking, you know, steep trails and stuff like that. Stuff I really like to do. So I really don't do gear reviews. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy that likes to go out and hike. So I think I'll make videos on the gear I like and why I like it. So look forward to more of these kind of videos.